Here's a little update. It's now about 24 hours since the time we put the fish in. And they're doing okay, except there have been a lot of activity, except for one strange little phenomenon. And that is, from what I can tell, it is not the male who's been chasing the female. It seems as though the female's been really being the aggressor in this case. Tiger barbs are very unusual, and this is not a surprise. So, not sure what's going on here, but we're going to go ahead and remove them. They've been in there 24 hours. And if we get some green tiger barbs, fine. It's possible we won't get any, though, because if their pair is really incompatible, there is the possibility. And from time to time, that does happen. You put a pair together, and you'll get nothing. Tiger barbs are pretty reliable, though. They typically do quite well once they're put together, and they haven't seen one of the opposite sex for some time. They're usually anxious to mate and breed. As you can see, I've put in some hornwort, just a floating plant in the top. It gives them some cover, and they seem to be doing quite well. So right now I'm going to remove them, and we'll put in a pair of checker barbs and see if we get a different behavior with the male and female. I've got some really good one picked out. Right now there's two males that are battling it back here, and we're going to pick out a good male that's very dark and showing a lot of color, and we're going to see if that one will do something for us. So we'll see. We'll put them in and then take a quick look a little bit later today. Also, interestingly enough, I have had a big surprise. As you know, up above I've had all my ram breeding pairs, and one of the pairs was interesting. I had one electric blue male, and I wanted to see what would happen if I put a female in there. And they laid eggs. I'm pretty sure they laid eggs, and then all of a sudden I realized they must have eaten the eggs, because the eggs were gone. But I must have been off on my timing, because obviously today I'm surprised when they came to greet me at the glass, they brought their family along. So here they are. It looks like mom and dad are just sort of hanging out, along with showing off their little ones. So this is just amazing. I had no idea. I never saw the eggs, and I did know by their behavior. I thought they had spawned, and I noticed that he was being very nice to the female. He wasn't beating her up like I traditionally see after the eggs are gone. So I thought to myself, well, you know, he's just maybe more of a docile male. But now I see why, because all along they had hidden in the background some fry. So here they are. What a surprise. So I think I'll just leave them in here. There's no reason to get more. I just want to see what the progeny looks like when you cross and throw in a female. I do have some paramecia added now, and so I'll continue to feed them with the baby brine shrimp in this tank and watch them grow. So that's a surprise. Over here there's still our multiple parents. There's some very beautiful rams looking good in this particular tank. They're just ready to breed. The females are really showing their stuff. And there's a pair in the back, always in the back, and I'm wondering if they too have eggs or if there's something. I'm going to have to maybe look into it a little more deeper. I don't think in this kind of a setup with multiple pairs I'm going to be able to raise any babies like the other aquarium. So that's the quick update. Let's take a look at the checkered barbs now that we're adding to the mix. So here's a pair that was just placed in there, and it doesn't seem like they're spending a lot of time adjusting. They're looking and probably seeing some eggs from the tiger barbs, not sure. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some Daphnia and I'm going to throw in some live Daphnia. Now the nice thing about Daphnia is that it's a live food. They can eat it all they want. It might stimulate them to do some breeding. However, what's really nice about them is that they won't pollute the water because they're just eating algae out of the water. So they'll live in the tank until they get eaten. Even if they go down below the grill, they'll come back up and then get eaten. So it's not like brine shrimp where they might just fall down below, die, and then become a pollutant. So that's another trick I use when I'm feeding live food in a tank like this. I always use the freshwater Daphnia. So here is what the Daphnia look like. Take a quick look. I have a tank down below. So I'll just get a net and scoop out some off the surface where they're attracted to the light, and we'll put it in the tank and we'll let them be. Also, I have a privacy screen. So for example, if I want to if the fish seem to be frightened by my presence, I can just pull out the cardboard and voila, the tank is now covered, and that gives I can walk about the room, and it's really wouldn't affect them too much. So there's the way I can kind of take a peek without being very disturbing. So we'll see if we can get some Daphnia in there and let them be for a few hours and see what happens. So that's the update for tonight, and tomorrow we'll take them out and see what we get. Also, as part of our update, I wanted to just mention that this female Discus went ahead and laid some eggs last night right after our live stream. So that's a little disappointing since she's not yet put back with the male. But she laid a nice batch of eggs. Looks like a good number of them. So I'll just leave them in there for now, let her tend to them until they're no longer viable. They're obviously not going to hatch. So another disappointment, but sometimes it's a good thing. Just shows that she's in good condition. She continues to lay eggs, so it's a good thing. Let's take a look real quick at the fry. The tank is a little dark. I keep it a little dark. The fry that are here with the dad, they're growing very fast. I'm gonna start feeding baby brine shrimp. You might be able to see. Let's see if I can focus in down at the bottom, right under him. It's a little too dark to focus, but you can see the fry hanging out mostly at the bottom. You're getting, some of them are growing so quickly, and this is a week or two with dad only, so looks like we're going to get a nice little batch out of them as well. So we'll see. I'm going to start feeding baby brine shrimp now. So that's an update on the Discus.